Today we're going to be working with avocados, and I did get to speak with some of you before we got started. So for those of you who are just joining late, our topic today is avocados. We'll be making a guacamole. The recipe is in your chat. These are avocados. They come from Mexico. They grow in a tropical climate. When you're choosing an avocado, if you're going to use it right away, today we're going to use it to make guacamole. We want an avocado that feels a little bit soft, but not mushy. So it shouldn't be hard or firm, because when you go to mash your avocado, then it's going to be too hard and it'll be very difficult to get a really good creamy guacamole. So if you see that I can make a little bit of a dent, but it's not mushy, it's got a dark green hue to it, and there's no mold. So this does come from Mexico, and I'm going to cut the avocado. There's a large pit inside, so I'm going to cut. You see, I can't cut all the way through, so I'm going to slowly move my knife around the avocado, and then I come up with two halves. Okay, so this avocado looks pretty good. It does have a little bit of a dark spot in there, so if you notice there's a lot of that in your avocado, you can cut it out. It means that the avocado is pretty darn ripe. So I'm going to just pop out the pit, and there we go. So there's my avocado. It's pretty ripe, so I'm going to scrape it out. It's nice and soft. You see how soft it is? It comes right out of the shell really easily. And then we're going to mash that. So there goes one half. Perfect. And it pretty much, we got all of it out of the shell. So you can see that that's pretty empty. Okay. That. Just throw this in my little garbage to get it out of my way. So I've got 2 avocados going into this recipe. Avocados will turn brown if they're exposed to air. So our secret to prevent it from turning brown is actually, we're going to put some lime juice in it. So let me just go ahead and cut this second avocado real quick. Get this going into our guacamole. So you notice that it has a green outer and the inner area around the pit is yellow. That's a nice ripe avocado. It's fresh, no brown spots, no moldy areas. It's really a nice healthy avocado. So another way to take the pit out, I'm not fond of this, but you will see this done, is you can pull the pit right out when you hit it with the knife. I just prefer to wiggle it out with a spoon. So, but that is the way we typically remove it. Okay, so out comes my nice, smooth green avocado, and I'm going to mash this. But I will add some lime juice. So here I've cut my lime in half, and I've got my lime. I'm going to squeeze half of this over my avocado to prevent it from getting brown. Then I'm going to mash this into the avocado. So let me mash this. I also have a potato masher here, so whichever you're easier to mash with, so you could do it with the fork, or if you have a potato masher like this, it makes it go really quick. Mash that guy up there. And voila, we have our mashed avocado. I'm just going to make sure I got the lime mixed in there, because I don't want it to turn a funny color. So we're using half of the lime. And we squeeze it right in there. And I promise you, I did wash my hands before we started the cooking demo. Always be careful about that. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to my tomato. This is a plum tomato. It's a fern tomato. So as it gets ripe, it does get a little deeper in color, but it is not a mushy tomato. You can use any tomato for your guacamole, but you notice when I cut this, it doesn't have a lot of seeds. And so I like a firm tomato because it holds up better when we mix it in with the guacamole. So I'm just going to chop this guy very quickly. And you coarsely chop him, and he's going right into the mashed avocado. Okay, so we're using 2 tomatoes. I have one that I already chopped, so in that goes, along with the tomato that we just chopped. There we go. Okay, to that I will add a little bit of jalapeno. This step is optional. I know some of you like it mild, some of you like it hot. I will tell you, if you're using the jalapeno, I usually like to just use a little bit. So I'm going to cut off about maybe 1/5 because I just like a little heat. The seeds are very hot. So when you eat the seeds, it is hotter than when you eat the green fleshy portion of the jalapeno. Anytime you're working with a jalapeno, do not touch your face because the oil from the jalapeno will get on your skin. And if you touch your face, you will notoriously have burning eyes because it is very hot to the skin. You don't want to have a problem with your eyes because you touched your face. So always be careful. You can wear gloves, but it's hard to chop finely when you're wearing a pair of gloves. So you might want to ask someone to help you. So I just put a little bit in there and mince it a little bit finer. Because as I said, I like a little flavor, but I don't like it too hot. Hot and spicy. And this is an adjustable step. We also will be adding some garlic. You can use 1 clove or more if you're a real fan of garlic. My assistant today is allergic to garlic, so I will skip that step. It is in your recipe and you can make it optional. Here goes our little bit of jalapeno right into there. Next, I will add some red onion. This is a purpley red onion, so it has a little sweeter flavor than a white onion. And we're going to put that in there. Again, if you love onion, you can put more. If you're not a fan of onion, just a little. And then we have some cilantro. I'm going to save a little for the top. So let me get that mixed up there. Thank you to our potato masher. Doing such a great job. Scrape all that off there. Okay. Now I'm going to mix it up. This looks delicious. Look at how fresh our ingredients look. This looks and smells of summer. We grow our tomatoes in the summer, fresh off the vine. Our cilantro is a summer herb. It looks like parsley. The flavor is totally different. I think, to me, there's nothing like fresh cilantro. It's a really nice combination with lime. So whenever I'm making a salad that calls for lime, I always add a little cilantro. It's a great combination. And there we have our completed guacamole. There you go. Does not look great. Okay. So when you're serving your guacamole, you might like to have some vegetables. You might like to have some chips. And I did bring for us today some veggie flaxseed tortilla chips. So this is a healthy chip. We have unhealthy chips like potato chips and restaurant-style deep-fried tortilla chips. This is one of our healthier chips. It has some flaxseed in it. It has some fiber. This is a low-sodium chip as well. So if you have 7 chips in a serving, it's only 35 milligrams of sodium. We do want to snack healthy. So the reason that we like to talk about these healthy snacks is also to give you some tips along the way. If you're eating out of the bag, which is not quite so healthy for us, especially during COVID, because we want to portion our foods out separately so we're not all reaching into the bag. So portion out your chips, take a few. It's best if you count them so you know how many you had. If you ate the whole bag, the nutrition facts don't apply. But if you follow the serving size of 7 chips, the nutrition facts are telling you exactly what you're taking in for sodium, fat, and any other concerns that you might have for your diet. So enjoy, my friends. This is a nice healthy chip. This is our finished product. And as I said, we're looking forward to the summer fresh tomatoes and the cilantro. It can be used as a condiment. You can put it on your healthy nachos. You can put it on a quesadilla. You can eat it for lunch. You spread it on your sandwich. It has many uses. The most common really is as an appetizer or a snack. So there you have it. And I'm going to turn it back over to Amelia to see if we have any questions or comments.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Karen. It looks delicious. I haven't gotten any questions in the chat, but if you have any questions that you'd like to type in the chat, or you can raise your virtual hand, or you can unmute yourself if you do have any questions.
What is good that you like other than water? What's healthy to drink?
Other than water, what's healthy to drink? So the next closest thing to water is seltzer, which you can buy flavored. You can add things to your water. You can brew some tea from some herbal tea bags or some black tea bags. Like Lipton tea is really made from black tea. So that's an unsweetened beverage. You can add a slice of fruit or a squeeze of lemon or orange, and that would be healthy. Some other healthy options might be coconut water, which is fairly low in calories, but it does have some calories. If you are outside on a hot day and it is particularly hot, we've had some hot weather this past summer, it's okay to use a low sugar Gatorade, especially if you're engaging in sports. That would be an appropriate time to have Gatorade. You can take a little bit of fruit juice, and I would say about 4 ounces, which is about this much fruit juice, put it in your glass, and then add some seltzer or some water and some ice cubes, maybe a slice of fruit. This way you're only taking in about 60 calories in juice, but you pour it into a larger glass and put it over ice or seltzer, and you would have a nice sparkling beverage.
Okay, thank you.
Especially
that sounds good.
by some Pellegrino water. There is one that I really love. It's Pellegrino Clementine, so it has a little bit of clementine in it. It's a little bit expensive. You can make it at home. You can take a clementine and squeeze it into your glass and then add some seltzer, and you end up with the same product. So using your fruits that way, but adding water so that we're not drinking a large glass of juice is a good way to have a
Mhm.
That was a good question.
Mhm.
Brandon, did you have a question?
Yeah, did she put anything different in this guacamole than the original stuff that you find at the store?
The original stuff you find at the store might have citric acid added to it. And actually that's what we accomplished by adding the lime.
Okay.
I think the store might add salt.
Oh, okay.
Salt is pretty typical if you buy a prepared guacamole.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, cool.
I don't see anything else in the chat. Does anyone else have any other questions?
So, so we could put like lime into the guacamole.
So
Was that a question about adding the lime?
yeah, so the question was, can you put the lime into the guacamole?
Yes, we did squeeze a half of lime into the guacamole.
Oh, okay.
I squeezed everything there was out of this lime.
So,
This is just enough.
and then we could put like some guacamole into the avocado.
Yep, so the
Oh,
avocado is an
okay.
ingredient for the guacamole, yes.
Oh, okay.
Mash the guacamole or the avocado in the beginning to help make the guacamole.
Okay. So, how much red onion we could put in?
You could put as much red onion as you like. Remember that when you eat your guacamole, it's got the garlic, or you could use garlic salt if you don't have fresh garlic. You could garlic powder.
So we can use like garlic and salt.
But remember, if you're eating this, it has onions and garlic in it. You want to always remember not to get too close to people. You'll have onion and garlic breath.
Okay.
I just sent the link for the recipe in the chat, so you could take a look at that, and that will give you the correct amount of measurements for each ingredient.
Okay.
Are there any other questions?
No.
Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you think that this is something you'd like to try? All right, I see a lot of thumbs up. Awesome. Awesome. So if you guys take a picture if you do make it or if you try it, if you take a picture and submit that with your results for the total body challenge under the photo portion, that would be great. Any other last minute questions? All right, Karen, I think we are all set. Thank you so much for your time today. And I am going to give you today's code word, which is guac. So it's G-U-A-C, guac for guacamole, because that's a nickname that people like to use.